Hello. There we go. Sorry, I need to level that out a little bit. How's everyone doing today? Welcome in to another edition of the #1 Sentai Gozyu-dan. How's everyone doing today? It is Sunday. It is Sunday. We're about to head back into a busy week. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves out there. Um, Not the most stellar way to end your weekend, but I would much rather put Kamen Rider up in a higher esteem than this, especially the way the show's been going. Now, I will admit, before we get into today's festivities, I will admit that I may have, uh, I don't want to say I jumped the gun. Like, I'm not saying that at all. Um, I feel like my disdain for Ghost Uger is coming from a place of love because I just want to see it do well. So, but I will admit I might have gotten ahead of myself in terms of my rant last week. Because here's the thing: right now we're probably going into what I said Zetz is going into right now. We're probably going into a story buffer, right? Like, we're probably going to get a little bit more lore in regards to the calamity throughout, because it's looking like this is a two-part arc that we're about to enter into right now. So I think that we're going to learn more, a little bit more as little bits and pieces throughout the story. But I still take umbrage with it here more than I do with Zetz, because Zetz is still in its early stages. It makes more sense for them to do it there. However, here with Gozyuger, we're nearing the end. So having a buffer story when you've barely done any storytelling makes no sense. And I worry about that because you're using two out of what is potentially 15 more episodes, or even 14 more episodes, 16 if we're being like if we're rounding out, because this is episode 35. So you're using two of your 16 remaining episodes for filler, for a filler arc, when you did fillers for 28 episodes straight. So I'm a little worried about that. I'm a little concerned as to what that'll mean for the story at large. Um, So it's a little worrisome, I will fully admit, a little concerning, but I will try to enter this as optimistic as I can because ultimately it's it could be nothing, right? Maybe there'll be more lore in there than I anticipated, right? That maybe there's be something there. Maybe this is an actual thing. This is me kind of like remembering, hey, maybe it's too early for you to start jumping jumping to conclusions, right? This episode today will actually set the tone. This episode will actually set the tone for what we should be expecting, and if everything's just going to be fine and they're still keeping with the story, or if this is genuinely just, oh, we're filling time, because I am genuinely concerned, and I want them to actually start leaning into the lore, but I feel like they've kind of like lost their way a little bit. So I'm hoping this does mean that hopefully I'm worried about nothing, and they're still like giving us the lore, but like they guess you still got to do two-parters and stuff. I'm just want to make sure. I just feel bad that maybe I got ahead of myself. So we'll see if that rant last week was actually merited. So let's go ahead and jump over to our screening room here. All right, so let's go ahead and get this on screen. Let's go ahead. All right, there we go. All right, sorry if that's a little bright. But all right, so here we go. This is Gozyuger episode 35, transform, you too can become younger. And it's looking like someone else. Looks like someone in Riki's life is has also gotten younger. So we're gonna see what happens there with that. Let's go ahead and take it to the stage. Here we go with Gozyu-dan episode 35.
決戦を前に私たちを集めた白夜、一人で格好つけようだなんて許さない。壮絶な戦いの末、ベルルムを撃破。私はついに音と会えたんだけど。
Yep, still unconscious. Wake up. Wake up.
起きねえな。
やっぱりそうよね。真剣じゃんね、指輪。ありがとう。そんな気はしてたんだ。
Oh, you thought this might happen?
薬剤の力がなくなったからかな。
Oh God.
今日から私の願いは音を目覚めさせること。
New wish.
私の戦いはまだ終わってない。
Oh. That's usually the lead into a karaoke bar. We're going to a karaoke bar? Down on his luck, no one? Okay, this is definitely a trope.
お客さん、今日こそは見せてよ。トランプナンバーワンの技。
A card shark. Who did he absorb?
今の俺はやっぱりスランプだ。
A no one in a slump.
スランプになるのは天才だな。何しろんだ。今の俺はトランプでもスランプでもねえ。
What the hell?
ただのプラプラド M だ。
What is happening right now?
プラド M 僕。ちょっとひどくないかい？
Wait.
悪いやつじゃねえんだ。長い付き合いの親友さ。俺がどうしようもねえのは事実だし。
You come in, you whack the guy, and then you leave.
大丈夫だ。負け犬のお前など見たくねえ。待ってろ。
What's the joke here? What's the joke?
ふとし、最近美大受験の方はどんな感じっこ？
専門の塾行き始めたんだけど、めっちゃ大変なんだよ。池抜きにアニメっ子付き合ってくんない？
待っていたぞ。竹原。
Wait, what?
貴様だ。
誰こいつ？知り合い？いや、こんな若造全く覚えがない。
ふざけるな。
Oh shit!
指輪の戦士。
修正のライバルであるこの俺がわからないのか、ジョージ。
ジョージ？
ごめん、ふとし。ちょっと先帰っておいてくれ。おい、金次郎。
Oh! Interesting. I have to mute the theme. I have to mute the theme. Okay, so we got nothing out of that. We got nothing out of that. Like what was the point of any of that? Like what was the point of any of it? Like the only thing we got is okay, Otto's in the hospital now. They're watching over her. New wish to see her wake up. And that's pretty much the only true plot relevance we got there. So, my optimism is slowly but surely lowering. Because right now we are ignoring all plot relevance. There's no ongoing story, and that's worrying me. So we have the trope of the Sentai monster who doesn't know what he wants to do with his life. And but I would say the rival also turning young is a new one. But we have the monster down on his luck. And I don't know where we're going with this. Where are we going with this? All right, here we go.
一体何者だ。気づくまで教えるものか。思い出させてやる。
I'll make you remember me.
このタイミングでブライだ。エンゲージ。クラップユアハンズ。
Wait, what? They came in with camera hoarders. They came in with cameras. What the hell? Wait, what?
俺をのけ者にするな。エンゲージ。戦隊リング。
We're just like Mansfield's ignored in the. Why'd he just tap it? What the heck? Dai Ranger!
こいつは俺と勝負するとこだったんだ。横入りするなんざてめえら人間じゃねえ。なんだ貴様は。燃やし尽くすぜ。真っ赤な炎。
Dai Ranger! God, can you imagine if we got Dai Ranger in the States as a Power Ranger gen instead of another generation of Mighty Morphin? I feel like that would have been way better.
やっと二人っきりになれたな、ジョージ。すごいパワーだな。改めて何者だ。
Alright, who are you?
これを見てもまだわからないか。栄養補給といえば、おお、勧誘ドロップ。懐かしい。
Ah, great nostalgia.
給食でよく食べたな。
Wait, what?
そのドロップさばき、お前まさか幼小中高大ことごとく一緒で気があった同士各源氏か。
Oh, you figured it out.
と分かったか。
The fuck?
ということは、もしやお前も。ああ、俺もテガソードに頼んで若返らしてもらったんだ。そうだったのか。それにしても久しぶりだな。どうだ、再会を祝してパーリーでも。指輪を持つ者同士ライバル。
Oh,
分かっているだろ。
bringing it back. Bringing it back.
3本勝負だ。負けた方が指輪を渡す。指輪を集めて何を願う。それはお前と同じだ。何？まずはこいつで勝負だ。
I don't think he knows what his wish
最
is.
初の勝負は中華料理。
He's assuming.
チャーハン作りだ。
He doesn't know what it is.
3人でよく食べたもんな。いいだろう。よくね。
What is your favorite Super Sentai power up from?
状況だ。金次郎。
My favorite Super Sentai power up is from Zenkaiser Black.
勝負に不正がないか見届けにお願いしたい。
Alright, keeping it swing.
全くこのゴッドネスクまでにこんなことを
I
さ
have
せ
to
る
think
とは。
about that for a minute. I'll get back to you.
面白そうだから見ていこう。
But if I had to,
いつにも増して
but I'm thinking about it off the top of my head.
中華料理 No.1 battle ready go
Battle, let's go. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think real quick, but I'm kind of distracted.
俺は一味違うぞ。
Little Daikon.
記録だー。ウォウウォウウォウ。やつの指輪の
He just like blacked him out.
熱くないのか。
Fried rice, baby.
実食竹原金次郎チャーハン。
これは
Nope.
絶妙にまずい。やはりふさこの見よう見まねじゃ限界があったか。
実食各源氏チャーハン。
Oh, he's about to get steamrolled.
おお、これは
全身全霊で高速鍋振りを再現したのだ。さぞかしパラパラ。
Also bad.
パラパラというかパサパサ。
あ
こうつつ
Oh, Jesus.
しまった。やりすぎた。
You like Super 2? Oh, I love. Oh, that's. They got him on suspense row here. I like both Super Zenkaiju and Super 2 Kaiser. I like them both.
竹原金次郎。
おっそー。次は負けん。
I'd have to say I do like them both.
めんこでしょう。
忘れたのか。僕は小学校で東洋
God, but like I can't really decide. I like. If actually, you know what? I can give it to my favorite. My favorite like super form, like straight up, is Lupin Ranger and Pat Ranger. I like the freaking like suit. I like the freaking armor, the shoulder armor with the guns and shit. I like those.
俺たちのめんこ勝負はいかにアーティスティックな技を出せるかの勝負なのだ。しかし進歩がないな、ジョージ。
チェンジ。
15枚のめんこで凱旋門より高い天を貫く日本電波塔東京タワーだ。
They just like made a tower out of that.
風を使うのは反則なのでは。いや、だとしてもこれはすごい。僕の負けだ。
So like, what is it supposed to lead to? He's drunk.
どうしちまったんだよ、トランプのは。ナンバーワン目指すんじゃなかったのか。
俺、若い奴らに言われたんす。トランプなんて今時時代遅れだって。それからもうスランプ。
Damn, this man's depressed.
その辛さはわかります。
This man's
しか
depressed.
し今は大事な時なのです。
Is it? Oh, is it an important
私た
time?
ちは厄災ベルルムに敗れた。このままでは厄災にもゴジュージャーにも勝てない。
だからブーケ殿にも新型のアイアイザーの量産を急いでもらっている。強い戦力が今の我々には必要なんだ。
だったら
Interesting.
なおさら俺なんか使えませんよ。
ああ、大の親友がこんなヘタレちゃんじゃ頑張ってるこうちゃんがかわいそう。
このやつが何を。
その目でよー。
What is happening right now?
親友の思いを。
Oh. I thought they were talking about Kuon for a minute there. No, it's the Bell dude.
お前を必ず男にしてやる。
We're in trope central right now. Like this is some
一勝一
bullshit.
敗。最後の勝負はこれしかないだろう。
Baseball.
懐かしい。お前と野球をしたのももう何年だ。
Yep, here's our yearly traditional baseball episode.
18日ぶりだ。ジョージ、決着をつけよう。
It's our yearly baseball episode.
サドンです。先にホームランを打てた方が勝ち。無論自分の持てる全力でだ。
いいだろう。僕の全力で受けてた。
Yeah, every year there has to be a baseball episode without fail. You gotta have one. You gotta have one. So wait. Okay, so the name. Okay, we'll get into that at the end. But like, this is filler. This is just filler.
いいぞ頑張れ。ニューレンジャー。祈る気持ちでホームラン。
This is dumb.
ダイヤモンドを積んざいてチャララッと行こうよ。50イーグル。バットの一振り。死神泣かす。
The fucking hat.
野球
I don't know, man. This is starting to become like turn off your brain entertainment. And I'm like, I am actively shutting my brain off to enjoy this, and I'm finding the humor in it. Like, I'm actively finding the humor in this. They're gonna get interrupted. It's scaled down, but it's definitely the baseball episode for this year. Legally distinct Kamehameha. This is some dumb shit. What are you doing there with? Why'd you arrive on a bike?
撮影の手伝いだよ。お前らを隅から隅までくまなく撮影してる。またか。どこまでも邪魔を。
参ったな。今日はプライベートなんだけど。
Oh yeah, we didn't want to fight today. Fuck it.
奴らは俺たちに任せな。絶対にホームラン打てよ。
すまん。みんな。Engage! Clap your hands!
They need to find a way to integrate Polar's theme, because he has a separate theme, but they need to figure out a way to make it mesh. So wait, so is this the episode? Wait, hold on. I think I see what's gonna happen. I think I see what's gonna happen. He created illusions. Yep. I think what's gonna happen is Genji's gonna lose, and once he hands over the ring, the No.1's gonna take over his body, which is how you extend this. This is dumb, but like a good kind of dumb. Oh damn! We're wasting the budget on this. So who gets the sword today? Who gets custody of Tega's sword? Someone's getting the sword today. Oh yeah, we're bringing it back, baby! We're bringing it back! The rivalry between Hoeru and Fire Candle. They fly?
27球目このままじゃ永久に終わらん源氏なぜだなぜこう
What's your reasoning, my friend? What's your reasoning?
お前と同じだ俺の願いは永遠の若さだお前だって若さが欲しいんだろ永遠の若さあしまったすっぽ抜けた甘い球もらった
Catch it! Oh, Jesus.
しまった俺の勝ちだな
He doesn't understand.
何嘘だろ何なんだあれは
Nope.
来たかこいつで勝負だ行くぞ来やがれ
Okay, it's just red. Red gets it. Red gets it. God, that I love the color scheme on this mech, man. I don't know why. It's just like I love this design. I love it, man. Oh damn! Fighter sequence. Okay. Oh, you fucked up, man. Run it! Run it! Yeah, that was fucked. This is like pointless, but it's awesome at the same time. Hands on, baby! Wait, can you not fight against determination? Oh! This guy has his own issues. Oh, self-destruction! My man killed himself for the greater good! Oh, you hate to see it. God, this is some weird shit, man.
結局勝負はどっちが勝ったんだ。
勝負はつかんかった。
じゃあまた来る。
Oh, there was no winner. Interesting. He misunderstood what it was. Yeah, that guy misunderstood completely what the wish was. He thought he just wanted to be young, but there was more to it than that. Albeit a dumb reason, but there was more to it than that. That was more to it than that.
Next, No.1 battle.
I'm in a card game next episode. Wait, what? I see 5 of them joints. They're bringing it back. They're bringing it back, baby. They're bringing it back. But yeah, I hate that I have to turn off my brain for these things. Hold on, let me head it back. Let me head it back. Bringing it back. Bringing it back. Fireball. Going back. Like, I just am not a fan of having to turn my brain off to enjoy Super Sentai. I really am not a fan of that. They kind of alluded to something in regards to, like, obviously the whole thing with the Brydens now is that they feel kind of useless, so they're trying to, like, up their power game. So I can understand that, but, like, that, and also how you keep Gozyu Unicorn in the game with Otto by having her in the hospital, making her wish now being that she wakes up, right? Like, they did that, but overall, this episode, like, you kind of have to enjoy it in a bubble. You have to enjoy Gozyu in a bubble, and I really don't enjoy that, right? Like, right now I'm enjoying Zets more than Gozyuger, obviously, because Zets is telling an overarching story, whereas Gozyuger is just pumping out like pointless stories every couple of weeks. Like right now, you're giving us a 2-story arc when previously in the first 28 episodes of the show, you were giving us weekly slop. And now you're going back to 2-parters. And I'm just sitting here now like, God, you guys have lost so much goodwill with me. And I'm like, because I like Super Sentai, but I am not having fun with Gozyuger like at all. Because here's the thing, there have been Sentais that I still get some enjoyment out of, right? I still get some enjoyment out of some Sentai seasons, but man, this one is just making the most baffling decisions, and I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Because here's the thing, even their anniversary seasons were still good at like still having an overarching story, but Gozyuger just feels like an anniversary season for the sake of an anniversary season, right? Like there were still like overarching consequences. It all still felt like everything was tied together. Every episode of Gozuger feels like it exists in a bubble. And I don't like that feeling. I don't like it. Because ultimately like what there is no like tying together thread. And what you think would be the thread that would tie it together is that in the rings doesn't really take up a lot of like real estate in the story. Like it's not important. And I hate to say that because it's supposed to be the whole crux of the damn show are these rings. Whoever gets all the rings gets their wish granted. But like what are we doing here? Because as far as I can tell the rings don't feel important. You just happen to have the powers of Die Ranger. Cool. What? Like literally what? And I hate to say it, man, but like man, they are missing the mark like so hard in this show on this show. They're missing the mark so hard. And it makes me madder because of that damn quote the writer said about being Sentai's decade. And I'm like, bro, decade was never this bad. Decade was never this bad. Like, my God. I just don't like the fact that I have to turn off my brain to get enjoyment out of this. I don't want to. I want to be able to like sit here and dissect every little thing about Gozyuger and like get hyped for the next episode. But honestly, I'm at this point now where I could give 2 fucks as to what the next episode is. Like I genuinely have I could not care less. At this point, I'm writing it out to the end for the sake of doing this and just to see if they ever pick up the pieces. And I'm mad about it. Because I want to love this series so much, but it's not giving me enough reasons to. God. We're literally like 15 episodes away from the new Sentai coming in. I'm hoping that we get some news. Like I haven't been keeping up, but I'm hoping that we start getting some like news, like leaks and stuff regarding the next season of Super Sentai because I really want to hope that that next season will be good. I really hope that whoever wrote this season is not involved with the next season because this is just horrible. It's just horrible. And I hate to say that, but it is. I just want to like this show, man, and it's not giving me any reason to like it. It ain't good. Honestly, as the weeks go by, Gozyuger just becomes more of a I don't want to say it's becoming an embarrassment. It's very much comedy oriented. It's pretty much what it is. Like they're not no one's taking this show seriously. And maybe that's my problem. Maybe it's that I'm taking it more seriously than I should. Maybe I need to just start turning my brain off and just enjoying it for what it is, but I'm struggling with it. I'm struggling. Because again, we have the greatness that is Zets right now, and it's constant storytelling, and then we just have whatever Gozyuger's giving us on a weekly. And it's like it's two polar opposites of the scale is literally all the way down in Zets' favor and all the way up against Gozyuger. Like Gozyuger's just not delivering, and as it should, and it's depressing. It's depressing to see. But what else can be done? What else can be done except ride it out and just wait for next season and hope next season's good? I don't want to. I don't want to believe that I'm building an apathy to Super Sentai. I don't want to believe that at all, because I already have an apathy for Power Rangers, and to add a apathy to Super Sentai on top of that would be horrible. So, yeah, it's not the greatest feeling, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But I can just cross my fingers and hope that Super Sentai next year will be better than whatever we got on Gozyuger. Man, they fucked up royally on that shit, like on the real. They're not telling a story. There's no overarching story. There's no lore. And when the lore does show up, it's very much like, man, can we bring back the people who wrote Ryu Soldier? God, Ryu Soldier was so fucking good. Can we get those writers back, please? Can we get the writers for Ryu Soldier back, please? That season kicked ass. What happened? The Knights of Chivalry, man, that had mileage, man. Had more mileage than I thought it had any right of doing. And that powerful ending scene with Ryusol Pink, that speech that she gives. I don't remember the speech, but I remember the emotion. I don't remember the word, because obviously it was in Japanese, but like, I remember the passion that came from it, and then reading the subtitles in my head in that same passion, like, brought me to tears. Why can't we have that kind of emotion? Why couldn't Gozyuger have that kind of emotional writing? Or that kind of action-packed writing? Why couldn't we have Ryu Soldier's writing? Why couldn't we have that? Why couldn't we have Lupin Ranger's writing? Who wrote this shit? I'm like, I think it's either Triple H or Shawn Michaels, like in that one DX skit from '97. They're holding up a sign. Who booked this crap? Like, who wrote this? I need to know who wrote this to hold them accountable, because it's just not great. It's not great. God, this is like, bro. And here's the thing: you can write Sentai good, right? Like, good Sentais exist. Like, I literally listed off some examples. But even when you're writing something that is exclusively kid-centric, you can still write a banger. Look at Den-O. Den-O was superbly good for it being a kid-centric season. Yet you couldn't tell me you couldn't channel some Den-O into this? You couldn't channel some Den-O into Gozyuger? The fuck happened? God, like, every passing episode makes it harder for me to like this. Like, don't get me wrong, again, in a bubble, this episode was okay, right? I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10, right? Solid 7. But, like, ultimately, it's not. But overall, it's not pushing the needle of the story. This just feels like an aside, right? Because even in Zets's case, the filler arc with the Fear of Heights, that still lended itself to like the story, even though it had no like direct involvement with any of the mainline characters. It was just a random woman who was just a random woman, but it still like answered a lot of questions. What questions are we answering here? We're not challenging the viewer to think. this is literally turn your brain off entertainment, but it's not even done well. I'm like, oh, I really want to like Gozyu, man, and it's getting rough. But it's getting difficult. It's getting difficult, and with each passing week, it gets worse and worse to the point where I cannot defend this. Like, God, like I'm having my intelligence insulted. And I don't remember feeling like this ever since like WWE like in 2016 insulted. I let those fuckers insult my intelligence for like 10 years before I gave up, before I left. God, that was a different time. Can't believe we saw the evolution of wrestling in that time. But that's not part of the topic at hand here. I just don't want to have my intelligence insulted. Even a kid would sit there and be like, something's wrong here. Like, there's just something off about this series, man. I don't want to keep roasting this show every week. I really don't. I want to like this show, but it has lingering problems. I don't know, man. Maybe if I really want, maybe I should, maybe if I turn my brain off and watch Akiba Ranger and then come back to this, do you think maybe I'll enjoy it more? I don't know, man. Even Zenkaiger was done better than this. There was stakes and shit. There was an overarching presence. The freaking villains in Zenkaiger were always omnipresent and were always a threat, and they were always doing fucked up shit. The fuck are the Brydens? The Brydens ain't shit. And the Calamity was just killed off last episode. What the fuck are we doing? We're not doing anything. It makes me mad. It just feels horrible, man. I'm not gonna linger on this. I need to calm down because ultimately trying to show love to this show is difficult. Trying to show love to Gozyu is difficult. And I can look back at all the VODs of this that I've done, all the videos I've done of this, and like just tell you straight up, I still agree with everything I've said in the past. Because it's just not good. Not good at all. And it might seem like, yeah, I'm being harsh on a kid's show, but man, I feel like even kids would look at this and just feel like something's wrong. It just doesn't feel good. I'm just sitting here. We're literally 15 episodes away from the ending, and that's being generous. Because it could be less episodes for all we know. Because like what? I'm assuming if we're assuming that the next Super Sentai season starts at the beginning of February, which it normally does, you're looking at about 12 more weeks of episodes. So it could be just 48 episodes if we're being honest. But I'm being generous with 50 because that's how much Kamen Rider and Super Sentai episodes go for every year. But man, something needs to fucking change in Gozyu. And even then, I don't think it can change because I heard that like fucking, from what I heard is that they've started filming Kamen Rider and Super Sentai 6 months in advance. So like that show is wrapped. There ain't no fucking fixes you can do to that shit. I could be wrong though. I don't know. Maybe it's just Kamen Rider filming. I don't know. But regardless, that was the Gozyu-dan for this week. That was Gozyu episode 35. I give it a 7 out of 10. Not great. Not bad, but again, leaving so much to be desired. And I just want this show to be good, man. I just want the show to be good. Next week, the Gozyu-dan will be taking on new form for 1 week only, as the superhero Zatsudan will be reviewing Gozyu and Zets, as I will not be available for the live react on Saturday night. So we'll be doing both of those next Sunday at around this time. So keep an eye out for the announcement on your subscription feeds if you are subscribed to the channel. If you're watching the VOD, in the comments, let me know like what would you do to fix Gozyu, because I don't honestly know what they can do at this point. Like, it's just damaged goods at this point. And maybe I'm being a little bit too pessimistic about it. Maybe it can be saved. I don't know, but I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. I will see y'all next week for the Gozyu-dan, and I will see you on Thursday for Fallout Day festivities, both here and on the Purple platform, so be sure to tune into that. With that being said, I am Callsign Henshin, your mercenary of the future, coming to you live from the year 2285, reminding you that the future is in your hands, and only you can seize it. Until then, I'll see you guys next week for the Superhero Zatsuna. Until then, take it easy. Peace!